recreational activities. Also, one of the things that was mentioned, I didn't get a chance to rebut, that we get the water from the town. And I was talking to the mayor, and he's saying that at some point that if there's an emergency, the town may have to cut us off for water. So we're going to have some emergency funds, and we have to decide which is most important, and exactly what we will be able to afford. And I too believe in environmental conservation and not making too large a carbon footprint with gases and fossil fuels. Thank you.
Jane Ann?
Just more of a clarification than a rebuttal.
Okay, sure.
To David's comment about the water. Our water comes essentially from the village through they're really about a century-old agreement with the New York City Water Authority, which provides water for towns through which the aqueduct comes. And we do get the water from the village. However, yes, there is a possibility of them cutting us off. However, the greater problem is that New York is going to shut down the aqueduct for cleaning within the year, which is something we really have to face as an entire town and village.
Thank you. The next question has to do with assessments. The New Paltz Central School District is comprised of components of 6 different municipalities, Gardner and New Paltz being the largest. New Paltz is the only one of the 6 that follows the state recommendation to do annual assessments of property. What is your feeling about annual assessments, and should they continue on an annual basis, or should we go back to a less than annual assessment of property in town? And I believe we are starting this time around. I've lost track. Who goes first on this one? Is you, Jane Ann? Okay.
This is a real bone of contention in New York. Many of our assessments have lagged enormously. I feel, particularly in a time when real estate prices are fluctuating wildly, we do need annual reassessment. As an individual township, we have no way of ensuring that the other towns who share our school system hew to this. But I think that if we keep our assessments up to date, we can have an equitable tax rate for all those in the community. And a reassessment does not mean that your taxes go up automatically. What it means is that the tax rate will be adjusted. So essentially, the result of most assessments, unless your assessment is way out of whack, you pay about the same. And if you feel that you have been unfairly assessed, we have a Board of Assessment Review who is very happy to take care of this, and they do a yeoman job. So yes, I feel that we should stick with the yearly assessments, and I think that New York State should be better about policing this.
Thank you. David, the New Paltz Central School District is comprised of parts of 6 municipalities. Currently, New Paltz is the only one of them that follows the state recommendation and does annual assessments of property. Do you agree that New Paltz should continue doing annual assessments or revert to a less than annual basis?
Well, anyone who lives in New Paltz or paying the taxes can see how high our taxes are, and it may not be that the yearly assessment is making it, it raises taxes, but it certainly appears that way. But I think that there's ways around. I think there are ways around that, and this is one of my priorities. I think that we should provide announcements for an explanation of tax assessments through public budget meetings. I think last Wednesday we